Today we will analyze short stories. Your task is to read the story and then answer the question about the story. Let's learn with an example. Before we begin, let's take a look at our notes. Authors don't always tell you everything in a story. For example, they may expect you to know something already, or they may show you something through a character's words or actions. So you may need to make educated guesses or inferences about what happens and why. Making inferences will help you understand the whole story, even the things that the author doesn't say openly. Be sure to base your inferences on details or evidence from the story. Let's read our example. It's titled Lois and the Human. As dawn gives way to daylight, the bumblebees begin to buzz and move about, enjoying the sun's warmth. Lois, who is an early riser, feels impatient to get going already. It's not that she doesn't like the nest. Actually, she loves it. Tucked under the human's shed, the nest is cozy and warm. Most importantly, it's hidden. The only human who comes near the shed never even seems to notice the bees. Yes, it's a wonderful home. But Lois hates to be cooped up in the daytime. Daytime is for wildflowers and sunlight, for nectar and pollen and work. Finally, it's time Lois and the other worker bees fly to the wildflower shed. Lois drinks nectar from a bright yellow flower, then dives in deeper to gather pollen. She eats some and saves the rest for her bumblebee colony. Nice haul, she thinks. A gentle breeze blows past, carrying an especially enchanting aroma. Lois has never smelled it before. She sails toward the scent. Finally, she sees a flash of lavender. That must be it. She lands on the flower and drinks. The nectar is unbelievably delicious. Now, we have more of our story, but for the sake of time, we're not going to read it all today. We do want to take a closer look at paragraph 2 because of our question. Our question reads, based on the second paragraph, what does Lois think of humans? She thinks humans are dangerous, she thinks humans build good sheds, or she thinks humans spend too much time indoors. Let's reread paragraph 2. It's not that she doesn't like the nest. Actually, she loves it. Tucked under the human's shed, the nest is cozy and warm. Most importantly, it's hidden. The only human who comes near the shed never even seems to notice the bees. Yes, it's a wonderful home, but Lois hates to be cooped up in the daytime. Daytime is for wildflowers and sunlight, for nectar and pollen and work. This question requires us to make an inference. I notice here that it lets me know that her nest is under the human's shed. Now, the nest being cozy and warm doesn't necessarily have to do with the shed. But what matters here, it says most importantly, is that it's hidden. I have to think, why would it be important that the bee's nest is hidden? She says that the only human who comes near the shed never even seems to notice. Well, I would imagine that if a human saw a bee's nest, they probably would want to get rid of it. I know in my experience, I don't particularly like to be around bees because they sting. So I would imagine that it might make sense to say that she thinks humans are dangerous, especially because, most importantly, her nest is hidden from them. I'm going to go with this answer because of that text evidence. Let's go ahead and look at our answer at the bottom. It says, look at the following text for the second paragraph. It tells you that Lois thinks humans can threaten her safety. Then they restate that paragraph for us. The biggest thing I want you to notice here is this section. Most importantly, it's hidden. As you're working, if you're confused, click Learn with an Example and review the notes.